Hello everyone, welcome to your New Year's reading for the end of 2014 and 2015. It's a daily reading for the last day of 2014 and the first day of 2015. And I have to say, this past week has been really incredible. All the stuff I've been hearing about and just a lot of transition and a lot of contemplation, a lot of eye-opening stuff that's going on. A lot of death, a lot of murders, a lot of just crazy things, behaviors, a lot of information. Just really kind of bizarre stuff. And it's kind of been this whole last week. So let's look at, I'm going to do a wheel today and kind of see where we're at. I mean, I kind of sense that there's almost like a reorganization going on right now, and this is just kind of a quiet pause or quiet moment where we're all kind of taking assessment of our lives. I guess that's what happens this time of year anyway. We kind of take that assessment of our lives, but yeah, more so than any other year for some reason. Some really kind of, I mean, all I can say is just really such eye-opening stuff, shocking, a lot of shocking stuff. So anyway, let's see what the reading has to say. And I'm going to draw one Tree Magic Gillian Kemp, and then do a wheel, and I'll do a healing card and a overall message card for what we need awaken to, what is shifting and changing. Okay. So we have vulnerability. I can see that one. And that's 22, which is the master builder. And it's interesting because I was saying, I feel like there's a reorganization happening just because of the amount of death. I did Christmas with this guy who had 3 people die within 3 days. And then this other person, and it's all in my community. And then I just found out my high school girlfriend, who's my age, died of ovarian cancer. So it's just shocking. But with that, I feel that there's this reorganization, and there is a lot of shift and change right now. So with this vulnerability, because it is about life being vulnerable, I think the big eye opener too is that not just our lives here are vulnerable, but also the quality of life is vulnerable, and our experience in life is vulnerable. And like I said with the vulnerability happens when you're trying to channel great power, and power is something that is beyond you and works through you and for the good of all people. So we need to find our strength to have this vulnerable position, and then in the vulnerability that power can be channeled through us and through our lives, and really create. 22 is the master builder in the physical world, and it really has to do with relating to what is, and really relating to what is. And then working from there and building, rebuilding, putting together a structure, an organization that works, and finding those relationships that work, and finding the life that serves your highest good and all people's highest goods. How do we live like we mean it? Live like it's worth it, and with those no regrets. Having no regrets. And thinking about this one friend of mine, she lived we always had one foot in the sun together. You know, we were very spiritually bound to each other. But you know, when you choose to live with a way of taking, or not serious about your own life, or you know, not really living in honor of others, and living, you know, for the reason we're here. Look at those. Oh, we missed it. I always want to do Little Spirit when she jumps. Okay. Anyway, so living our eternal relations. You know, why not? Why don't we live with our eternal relations, and you know, make everything good every moment we have, and if, you know, we're not honoring those real relations, and if we don't honor what is real in life, you know, why are we here? You know, there's no, we don't have that purpose of life unless we're living in the truth of what is for ourselves and other people. So anyway, but this is building, the Master Builder 22. Every spring is a new beginning, bearing a multitude of budding possibilities. Okay, we keep getting Ostara a lot. Okay, so looking at this, first of all, we start out with that playful, fun inner child, which is great for New Year's Eve. You know, just to have that really fun, enjoyable experience with others, and you know, honoring the relationships, and being playful, and, you know, having that inner child, having that special bond with people, and celebrating, and having fun, and dancing, and just being light and fun. So that's where we start, which is perfect for New Year's Eve. And then the way we're relating to the world psychologically is in terms of enlightenment. And really kind of understanding how bad things serve good purposes, and how we can turn everything, you know, use our wisdom and our knowledge of what is negative, and you know, lower or dark or scary or fearful, and learning how to use that in a positive way, and, you know, use that positively for our lives, and, you know, use everything that we don't like, or everything that doesn't make us feel good, to our advantage, for that information we need to shift and change, and make our lives better, and see that the purpose and the truth behind everything that happens. So even when bad things happen, we can learn from them, and figure out a way to make changes in the world to start preventing this stuff. So then we have, in New Beginnings, Thai tip, which has to do with kind of creating something with somebody else through an organization or a business or like a meeting place, or just kind of a group that comes together that shares with one another and works with one another and is able to create something bigger than the current, what you're able to do on your own. For example, I have a couple people who have offered to build chicken houses for rent to own for people around here, and that really helps my business out a lot. And these people are all excited because it's a job for them. So, really kind of working with somebody and making something bigger and better or more powerful than it would have been without the contributions of others. So really through everybody's 2 cents, or putting, and it doesn't have to be physical putting things together. It could be psychologically putting things together, or emotionally putting things together. Just coming together with others where we're able to be constructive and be productive and create something larger than we could on our own, or bigger and grander than we would be able to on our own. And then, so this is in the place of new beginnings. And then in the social realm, we have this shaking off and kind of relaxing, refreshing, renewing ourselves. This is like the renewal card, the relaxation card, and really, kind of getting rid of that last debris of other people's thoughts or energies that don't serve us in our lives. Anything that kind of takes us away from being present in our lives, or anything that takes us away from being happy or being fulfilled in our life. So we're shaking off the kind of whatever has tried to stick to us in the past, or whatever has tried to weigh us down or get in our way in the past. We're just kind of shaking that off and refreshing and renewing ourselves. This is lavender, and it also has to do with kind of cleansing the skin and purifying the skin, which is really kind of like the superficialities of your life, just kind of clearing out anything that might be muddying the surface of your life or the external world for you, which is also a great card in the social position for the new year. So this is a very stable number 4, and then we also have 4 over here with Chocolata. So we have this stable relationship to the world around us, where we're being refreshed and renewed to the society around us. And then we move into this transformation of how we're taking care of ourselves and how we're feeling and what we're taking in, and how we're tending to our bodies, how we're tending to our own physical selves, and how we're nurturing ourselves. And just really what we're taking in to balance ourselves. How do we find balance with our physical bodies and feel good about our physical bodies, and feel good in our minds, which is also our physical body. The mind is very much a physical. The brain is a physical organ. How do we be clear-headed? How do we be focused? And this has a lot to do with what we're taking in and what we're. Sasquatch is about to say something. He just joined us. You guys say something? Oh. No. Okay. Anyway. So we have this transformation in our lives with our bodies, and how we're caring and tending to our bodies. So, and I think that this, at least for me, has been a part of my wake-up call, just because, and maybe it had nothing to do with my friend's death, but I mean, it's just makes you very conscious of your body, you know, what has been a long-term chronic problem with your body, you know, what you need to tend to. You really need to keep up with your body to stay in good health, you know. So anyway, this is really about, you know, taking enough of everything that we need, but not too much, and really finding that moderation of what we need to bring us up, what we need to calm us down, and really just being very wise with our intake, even what it is we're taking in. You know, what are the medicines we need to take. So this is also a very good New Year's card in the transformation. So it's like we have this, almost like this physical renewal, physical transformation happening for us here. So that's really nice. And then in the end we have Amiga, which is the card of forgiveness or protection. And really finding, I mean, it is the ultimate peace, finding your ultimate peace with all the trouble and the people who want to make trouble for you. You know, it's like there's always those people that just really want to make trouble for you. And maybe it's not that they have an intention to hurt you, but maybe they have an intention to, you know, have some type of control over your life, which, you know, to them it's not an intention to hurt you, but it's an intention to control you in some way, you know. So what do you need to protect yourself from, and what do you need to forgive? Actually, my girlfriend who had died, I hadn't talked to her in about 10 years because she couldn't allow me to have a boyfriend. And she was my ultimate girlfriend. I was closer with her than anyone for 10 years, and she just couldn't let me have a boyfriend ever. So I realized when I lost this person I wanted to marry 10 years ago that I needed to make a decision of keeping her in my life or moving on and finding love, you know. And so, and this had happened over and over again. But the thing is that I know, especially everything that happened, it made me laugh when I heard what happened, because I know my friend. And never in all this time did I feel angry towards her or, you know, feel any bit of hatred towards her. I never had a moment of that. You know, it was just like, ugh, you know, and I realized I just couldn't have her. I needed to make that choice. And so this is about, you know, do you need to forgive someone and accept who they are, which is not what I really ever had to do with my girlfriend. But I did need to protect myself, and I needed to, you know, keep her outside of my personal life. And because we were so close, we needed that big distance. But I did talk to her about 6 months ago, and she didn't tell me she had the ovarian cancer, but I found out within the same day that she died that I was contacted. But anyway, just you know, everybody said, well, so great that you had that moment of peace. And the thing is that we always had that love and that peace between us. There's never a moment when we just did not absolutely love each other. It was just that, you know, what's possible, you know, and what's not. So that's an example of how you might need to protect yourself. But in the other sense, for example, maybe the guy I lost, I had to accept that he lied to me about a couple other things, and he, you know, he had his limitations of what he could do. And so that was, you know, when you have the anger, either you need to protect yourself and find a way to be safe so that you're not upset or angry, and then also find a way to really be okay with who the other person is and what they can and what they can't do, and, you know, have faith and trust that that you can get the life that you're meant to live, you know, with or without someone. And if they're meant to if they're meant to be closer to you, they will know what to say. They will figure out how to make amends and be back in your life. They'll know what to say. They'll know how to fix it. So really, have those conversations, figure out what you can do, and move to the appropriate distance that will work best for you in your life and for others in their life. So yeah, I mean, this has a lot to do with renewal, a lot to do with new beginnings here, and also letting go. These two cards are letting go cards, and these two cards are big kind of new beginning cards, and this is too. And really, when you come to this place of peace, the ultimate peace with everybody, and what's possible in your relationships, when you come to that conclusion and decide to be peaceful about it, and to decide to accept it and be okay with it, that will allow you to live your life. That will allow all new beginnings to happen for you and for everybody else. Everybody can live their life in that way. So, okay, then we have our healing card is teaching and learning, and transmission of knowledge. This is Bina, and this is really explaining something or transmitting a whole concept or idea or a way of thinking to somebody. Just really bringing home a lesson or an understanding for people that can change their lives and really make sense to them, and make sense in terms of the context of their life and their experiences. So there's this healing. This is the healing card in terms of communication and in enlightening one another. This is Pinecone has to do with us being enlightened, and then this has to do with us enlightening others, and then sharing in group enlightenment, or enlightenment between two people. And sometimes it's just that bringing that certainty, or bringing that clarity, or bringing that extra definition, where sometimes when we look at things, we're missing information, or things look muddied or blurry to us. We can't really see very clearly or accurately, and then all of a sudden we gain this clarity and accuracy of perception. So that's what's healing. And then our overall message card, again, is this redistribution, and the fertility card in terms of community, and yeah, it's really larger community, but also family, and it can be individuals too. So it has to do with the Easter eggs. This is Ostara, the goddess of Easter, and the 10, which has to do with the individual and the all, the one for all and all for one, and just really being there for one another, and supporting one another physically. And then in terms of redistribution, or even in terms of work or service, where there's this effort from people in the physical world to help one another. So this is our overall message card. So this also has to do with building, and I guess the vulnerability, I kind of don't see the vulnerability in this spread, except for just the sense that we have shifts and changes, and sometimes that can be scary, and it can make us feel vulnerable, and new beginnings and endings, and sometimes all of these things make us feel vulnerable. And then also, when things are about to be born, we feel vulnerable. Can we do it? You know, can we pull it off? Can we make it happen? Is it going to be as good as we thought it was going to be? You know, so just to be very comfortable with our vulnerability and do everything we can to be strong in our state of vulnerability, and you know, comfortable but strong to be able to channel that power and allow that power to run through us for the benefit of everybody around us and ourselves included. So again, it says every spring is a new beginning bearing a multitude of budding possibilities. So, and I do see, you know, kind of this restructure, realignment happening, or, you know, this contemplation, this eye-opening, and this kind of new organization, or, you know, yeah, I mean, I guess that's the way I would say it, kind of restructuring of our lives, or restructuring of our thoughts, or restructuring of our plans. And with that, you know, just being comfortable in that, and, you know, staying relaxed with everything, and, you know, keeping ourselves as strong as possible, and really being at peace and having our fun here, and you know, having things just come together for us with the new beginnings, and with the support, and you know, with our own minds, and with sharing our minds with other people, and just with that relaxation and that strength in whatever we might be feeling vulnerable in, that power will be able to come through us and really heal us and heal everybody else around us. So it's for the benefit of everybody if we can allow this vulnerability to happen, so that we can channel this power for others, because that power is always beyond us. So, and then, you know, many things can come from new structures, or new setups in our lives. So anyway, I hope everyone has a great New Year tonight, and a safe New Year, and I will see you again on the 2nd. Thanks for watching. Take care.